Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Lana. Shalom. I welcome you to the world of Neurographica. I am inviting you into this wonderful info session. I will be talking today about the NeuroGoal certified course that we are starting this coming Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. And I'm hearing an echo of myself as the Facebook turns on the live stream. It's a beautiful day ahead today. I just had two amazing sessions with two of my groups, NeuroSphirot and NeuroTree. and we worked on the quadrants. And I was so excited as I was thinking about the NeuroGoal session that I'm planning to do with you now. And I wanted to tell you, some of you read already, the story behind the NeuroGoal, right? Why I decided I want to do an info session, because I felt like it was such a important topic that was a bit like understated, underrated within the Neurographica, right? Because, we have the 7 steps of the algorithm that we learn in the basics course, right? The basics course is taking course, I believe. We just finished one. I have some certification I'm going to write out today to some of you. And the next one is actually coming up in May, the second part of May. And tomorrow, I believe, I'm going to make another info session on the specialist course that we are starting in the beginning of May. So we have a lot of wonderful, exciting news that I feel like I need to share with you, not just by typing it up, but why not make a live video where I tell you about all the upcoming interesting, events that's happening, okay? I was so amazed and so glad to see so many of you last week when we did the open session with the imposter syndrome, which I thought was absolutely amazing. And I know people are still sharing their pictures. And I find it to be so important that we share such important, kind of milestones within each other's lives. And that's why I feel like it was so important that I went live with you. So already thinking about what would be my next live session with you, and I'm getting excited about that part. So for now, I do want to tell you about the NeuroGoal course that is starting Thursday, this coming Thursday, 2 days, okay? So definitely take advantage. Why? You're going to ask me, Lana, why? What's so special about the NeuroGoal? And I want to tell you that the NeuroGoal is actually step number 1, numero uno, within the 7 steps of the algorithm. Why? Why is it step number 1? Why do we talk about the NeuroGoal as being step number 1? Is it significant? Is it not? And even further, I want to ask you, isn't it interesting to know, those of you who know all 7 steps, we know that NeuroGoal is the way you start the drawing in Neurographica, and also the way you finish your drawing in Neurographica, right? It's step number 1, and sequentially it's step number 7. Okay, so that's interesting to know. That's interesting to keep in mind. If any of you are watching live, you're welcome to shout out hi to me. I would love to say hi back to you. And I want to tell you the story, though some of you know the story as you read my my post a few days ago, but I wanted to share you the ending of the story. The story has an ending that I felt was so significant as it relates to the NeuroGoal. Okay, my Zumba course that I took, I signed up for it back in November. Okay, for Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, there was a special, and I signed up thinking for about, even let's go like a few years ago, right? I was talking to my friend, and I'm like, I would love to get a Zumba certification. I love dancing. That's my passion. I enjoy dancing. I love dancing. It's something that I feel like, a part of who I am on a soul level, on a soul structure level. And when I was a child, I actually took dancing professional. At one point, I was planning to even become a professional ballerina. So yes, people, instead of teaching you Neurographic, I could have been dancing a beautiful Swan Lake out there and, hearing your beautiful applause. But it so happened that I didn't, right? And dancing was always a passion of mine. Whenever I get a chance, I love to dance. I enjoy dancing. I initiate like group dancing sessions, and all that stuff. So when I saw this special for the Zumba that a few years ago, I was like, oh, I definitely want to do a Zumba session. I definitely want to take up Zumba, maybe teach it, maybe not. My passion is teaching, that. Everything I learn, I want to teach everybody. And I took this session, this certification, right? I started learning it. And of course it became, we all know what happens next in Neurographica, right? What happens next in life, right? You have something, you have a goal, you set something up, and then what comes up? resistance, right? You have challenges. You have something coming up that tells you, I don't know, is that, and it took me much longer. Honestly, I thought I'm going to graduate like within a month or two, a maximum. I thought I'm going to get it over with, not that bad. I looked into it, the program, the content seemed interesting. The training was interesting. And I started doing it. And then time passed by. It was December. I didn't graduate. I didn't finish yet, right? I did half of the program and I got stuck, right? We all know time. I got much more busy with Neurographica. I do trainings. I do certified courses, so many wonderful, wonderful teachings, trainings I'm bringing. And I'm excited about it and I enjoy it. I still active. I do workout, I go to the gym. But that Zumba certification kept kind of every month I would get an email saying, don't forget to complete your Zumba certification. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have to complete it. I have to complete it. So finally, when I got to, I believe a few weeks ago, maybe March, right? When I got the previous email, the last email kind of from them saying, don't forget, knock, knock, what's going on with your certification? I'm like, I have to tackle it. So how do we tackle? I need to make it a priority. What does it mean to make it a priority? If you're a neurographic artist, you know what I mean. You make it your topic. You make it your goal. The next time you draw a picture, you put completing a Zumba, getting a Zumba certification as top of your goal. And that's what I did. For the last few courses, I believe that was at the previous course, the neurosynthesis it was, I believe. And then, of course, I would integrate it within the last few weeks of the NeuroTree, the Neurosphere course. And I was like, we need to do this. So I put it as my actual goal, right? And then doing the brainstorm, the usual stuff, you know how it works. And what happened then? This first drawing I did, I was like, not going anywhere. The second drawing, I became more active. I'm like, that's it. I'm going to tackle it. I actually, turned it on, went to the session. I started working on it. That was, okay, a month ago, okay? I was like, that's it. I'm going to tackle it. I'm going to do it. And I did. I went through like majority. I did all the necessary important active component. Like over there, you have to actually do the dancing. They have to see you dancing. It's so interesting. They have some kind of automatic program, the kind of computer or something. It's so funny, like a boat that sees how you dance and lets you know if it's according to the, requirements or not. It's so fascinating. And as I did that, I was like, okay, great. So I did that. I'm passing through step by step, getting closer, closer, closer. And then at one moment I stopped. And again, few weeks passed and passed and passed. And I'm like, no, we have to tackle it. And recently again, I put it as so basically I put it as my NeuroGoal for the last, not for the last, but for about, I would say 4 to 5 sessions at least. Okay, I just want to let you know. So it's more like a case also, right? For those of you who are doing cases for the specialist, just so you understand. And then it was interesting because as I'm looking at the month and I'm like, it's getting the end of the month. I'm going to get that email. So I need to finish it. I need to finish it, but there's no time. There's no time. On Sunday morning, I get a notification. It's called something, the Neurodance. I'm like, Neurodance? Whoa, what is that? Right? And excuse me. as I started looking into it, I started realizing it's a Neurodance. It's a new course by the Institute that Pavel initiated, which I thought was like fascinating. Neurodance, like, and the description was like, how to use Neurographica within dancing. And I'm like, Neurographica within dancing, like meaning combining two of my favorite passions. It's like, whoa, like a dream come true. And then I saw the teachers, one of the teachers is a good friend of mine, and I was writing to her. I'm like, Natalia, she's going to be in the instructor course. Those of you at the instructor's course, you will see her. She's a curator. And I'm like, what's going on? This is fascinating. She's like, yes, it's awesome. Come. I'm like, I am coming right away. I'm like, and I was telling her the story. You don't understand. I have the Zumba. I was drawing about it. That was my goal. And I finally am close to getting certified. And she's like, Zumba, that's exciting. And I said, yes, and I'm registering for the class. That evening, I went and I completed. That was like my motivation, further motivation to complete. I completed, I done with the Zumba, I got the certification right away. They do it like automatically. Once you complete the program, they give it to you. And I signed up for the NeuroDance. And then I started thinking about it, because as I was setting up the NeuroGoal info session, I'm like, interesting, because I got my certification in Zumba and my friend is asking me, are you teaching Zumba now? And I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if I am. I'm thinking, should I be? Should I not? I wasn't sure. I was contemplating. See, it's one of those things, when you get a goal, sometimes you have a goal that's so motivating and you go there and you get there and you look around and you're like, what am I doing here? Why am I here again? Same thing with Zumba. I got it. I was very happy with my accomplishment. I do want to tell you, I was so accomplished. I was like, I did it. I wanted to be a Zumba instructor. I am a certified Zumba instructor. Woohoo, And then I was like, what am I doing next? I don't want to teach it. I realized I'm not sure I want to teach it. I'm not sure I want to teach the actual Zumba course. Maybe I would do a variation on it, And then I realized that wasn't like, my goal is coming true. I wanted the Zumba, but my ideal that's deep back in my subconscious was, you guys know that, what I love to do, combining Neurographica with other important integrative practices, right? Those of you who take the Neurosphere, the Neurotree, you know what I'm talking about, right? How I combine it was like Ho'oponopono. I did the Neurotree with the 5 element, with the chakras, Today I did the Neurotree with the quadrants. It was like amazing. And the same thing as the Neurosphere course. Combination. And I was like, I'm going further. That's my next step. My goal had like kind of evolved further, right? Even before I realized that I got to Zumba and I accomplished, but then what? My goal kind of went for further. And now I do want to, I have that further goal that affects, right? Those of you who did the specialist, the score model, the score algorithm, that we have the effect, right? Where we have the goal, but your goal, it's important to realize what effect will the goal have for you in your future. And I featured that for me. I realized that the Zumba certification was like a stepstone, a step kind of, get it? The reference to the step exercise, but it was like a stepstone to the further effect, to the effect of having a NeuroDance. I'm signed up for the NeuroDance. I'm so excited. It's going to be the very first cohort. And I'm like, so exciting. This is what I want to do. Combining Neurographic with dancing. Seriously, those of you who are dancing people, you know what I'm talking about. That would be the most awesomest and the most fire, amazing, transformational combination. So I'm so excited about that. Now, I want to tell you a bit more about the NeuroGoal. I just gave you an example from my personal life, but I do want to give you a bit of we're not doing the exact drawing, but I will transfer my camera and I want to show you what are we going to do at the NeuroGoal course. Can you get to that point of what happened to me, where you have a goal, then your goal goes and it kind of opens up the pathways for you, brings to you closer something that you've been looking for subconsciously. That would be the next step for you, right? I honestly, a friend of mine asked me and I told her yes. Before I even saw the NeuroDance, I was like, I would love to figure out how I can use the Zumba with Neurographica. And I was like, so interesting, Zumba with Neurographica. It crossed my mind during one of the sessions. And I was like, I even wrote it down, Zumba with Neurographica. And I circled it as one of my sub goals, when we do the brainstorm. And there is that amazing part, Well, now I realize that goal did come true. My main goal, getting certified as a Zumba instructor, kind of evolved. And it went further to what I really wanted to do, which is combining the dancing part, right? Because Zumba is about dancing part with the Neurographica. And now I will be able to do it. And you know me, once I get certified, I'm going to bring it to you. So very excited, very happy. Let's turn the camera over. I want to show you. You're going to ask me, Lana, tell me about the NeuroGoal course. And let me see something. I want to see. Yes, I want to see. For some reason, I don't see who is on. Let me change something. Let me see if I can change so I can see what's happening with Facebook. Okay, because this is live on Facebook. So I do want to make sure that if you have any questions, okay? I don't see anything. Okay. Hopefully, okay. Now, I have no idea what's happening. Let's see. Hopefully it did not disappear. With the Neurographica. Okay. Hopefully it did not disappear, okay? Hopefully I'm still resuming and you can see me. Now, let's see. I want to show you what is a NeuroGoal, okay? Yes, I will kind of not draw for you, but I will kind of neuro sketch it for you. Okay. Let me transfer my camera. You see my hand? And now if you hear me, if I disappear, just reload, okay? Do me a favor and just reload. Sometimes that happens when you switch cameras. Okay, you guys can see me drawing now, I believe, because I see myself on Facebook. Now, let's discuss what a goal is, okay? When you set up a goal, what is, that's what we're gonna discuss in the course, okay? What I'm gonna talk about in the course is what is the nature of something that we call a goal? What is a goal, okay? Is a goal something that, I got new markers I'm gonna share with you also. What is a goal? And this is interesting that we're going to figure it out, okay? That part of the session, we'll be figuring out that when we have, okay, this is me, myself, and I, right? And if you ask me, Lana, what is your goal? Honestly, I can come up with 10 goals for you now, okay? I can say my goal is the neurodance, right? That we just talked now. I'm going to tell you my goal is the upcoming instructor's course, right? It's on my mind, right? I'm going to tell you now everything that I am thinking about, in it's going to be sequential, and you can actually even see what is a priority, what is not, right? My goal is a NeuroGoal course, right? My goal is actually, I'm going to show it to you. Look at this beauty. This is what we just did during the Neurotree course, right? We just went and we drew the Neurotree according to the quadrants, okay? We actually underwent through like a rebirthing style practice. And my goal is, as soon as I finish this, guess what? I want to finish my 4th quadrant. I'm going to draw my 4th tree, okay? That's a goal. Do you see what's happening here? Okay, Neurotree. My goal is a specialist course that we are starting in a week, okay? The beginning of May, amazing, exciting specialist course. I'm gonna do, I believe tomorrow, I'm gonna set up 1 p.m. 1 p.m., okay? I'm gonna set up a, yeah, either tomorrow or Friday. I'm gonna set up a live info session where I will talk about the specialist, okay? As the Institute has added more guidelines, so I do wanna bring it to you so you understand what do you get? And I will specifically talk about the special because I have a lot of questions people ask. What's the difference between the specialists and the instructors? And I'm going to say, okay, let's talk about it. What do you want to achieve? And I will ask you, what would be your goal? Why do you want to become a specialist? And why do you want to become an instructor? Okay. I will be talking about it. Just wait for an announcement. Either tomorrow, I'm going to look at my time. My time tomorrow is a bit like flimsy. That's why I said either tomorrow or on Friday. I'm going to do that. Okay. So look at this. Look how many goals I have, right? My goal is to soon go pick up my kids from school. There you go, family, right? I have so many other goals. I'll be totally honest with you. So many goals. My older daughter is coming from New York, so I want to spend time with me, sir, right? Do you notice how many goals I have? So, a lot of times I have people who ask me, Lana, how do I choose what goal do I have now? I have so many goals that are pulling me in different directions. How do I choose which one is the one I should be concentrating on and which one is the one, that's like secondary? How do I find out? All of these goals are important to me, right? How do I choose which one to focus on? And that's what we're going to discuss at the NeuroGoal. At the NeuroGoal, I am going to teach you, I'm going to explain to you how to differentiate, to find the goal that you will say, yeah, this is definitely the more important goal. That's what we're going to talk about at the NeuroGoal. How do you differentiate which goal is more important? How do you differentiate which goal is, a sub goal to the other goal? Or which goal you want to draw today and what's a goal you can draw tomorrow? Okay. We're going to set priorities. I'm going to teach you how to set priorities. I kind of give you a structure. There's a structure. When you think about the goal, it's like my desire. I want an ice cream. Should I be that my goal? And I'm going to explain to you and say, that could be a goal if you want. But think carefully. What is the reality is your goal? Do you want to be buying an ice cream? Do you want to be selling an ice cream? The wording is very important. Okay. Talking about the goal is so important because guess what? Getting to the wrong goal is something you don't want. And we're going to talk about that too. How do we make sure that the goal we choose will be the goal that we want, the goal we're looking for, the goal that will bring us the necessary um, satisfaction, something we're looking for, something we want to bring in, within our life. And of course, there's that question, is it a safe goal? Is it, in Russian we call it ecological, right? Because ecology is something we all want. We all want good ecology for us because we all want something, where we have something great going for us, And in English, I call it, is it safe for me? Is it something that will be safe for me? Is it something that will be safe for my environment? Is it something that will be safe for what or who I want to be in the future? Okay. And that's what we're going to do. We will also discuss the details about once you do choose a goal, once you do learn how to specify what your goal is, word it correctly, bring in the necessary components of the goal. Okay. Even like when you do the brainstorm, how do you figure out, what's the relationship of the brainstorm to the goal? I mean, in general, we all know, right, that the relationship of the brainstorm to the goal is to bring the goal and make it, evolving, right? The way we explain it at the basics course is that the brainstorm is the way to allow the neurons, the neural pathways to develop when it comes to your goal. But a NeuroGoal course is an advanced course. So those of you who come, even if you graduated from a basic, once you graduate from a basic and you take another course, guess what? You become an advanced student, right? When you come to the NeuroGoal, that's what you're going to figure out. You're going to say, why do I need this goal? How is this brainstorm, this flow of words that I just wrote down, whether it's 10, 20, 30, 40, how is it related to my goal? How do I make it related to my goal? Do you see what's happening? We will work with all of those aspects, okay? NeuroGoal is an important part of figuring out what your goal is, how it's related to you, and how to make sure that what you're drawing, you are embarking on an important journey within yourself, within your subconscious, right? We know every NeuroGraphic journey, that's what the 7 steps are all about. You go deeper within your subconscious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, welcome to watch the Pyramid of Consciousness. I did one, I think, a few weeks ago. It's on my open YouTube channel. You're welcome to watch. It's open. Just go ahead and enjoy. And that's going to be our course. Now, the next part of the course, right? That's the first part. That's the beginning. The next part of the course, we're going to discuss. Now, once you got a goal, what's next? Okay. Remember what I told you, and I've been drawing NeuroGraphica for 3 years. So for me, I guess it became somewhat automatic. But in the beginning, of course, I would make conscious, intentional awareness of whether the goal I'm choosing is the goal I want, or is there something beyond it? It's like playing chess. You have to think a few steps ahead, right? And my brother is a chess master, so I'm well aware of how chess is such an important concept when it comes to setting your goal, figuring out how your goal will work out. Remember, we talked about the word effects. What effect will that goal have in your life? Okay. And what I'm going to teach you, that's the second part of the course, is that we're going to figure out how to make your goal so, what would be the word? Not just beautiful, not just interesting, not just effective. I would say the word would be mesmerizing. Mesmerizing. How to make it so mesmerizing that when you look at it, you say, this is the most beautiful, wonderful thing I'm looking forward to achieve in my life. Okay. And you're going to go, how do you make sure that we know that in life, remember I mentioned it earlier, what happens in life? You start going towards your goal and it's so wonderful and everything works out great. Like in my example, like I got an excellent price on the Zumba course and it was exciting and I had the interest, right? And I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, no time. I'm busy with something else, right? I have other things I need to do, and resistance and challenges. So that's what we're going to work with. We're going to talk about what happens when challenges come. How do you make sure that your goal still stays your goal, even with the challenges? How do you go through challenges? How do you make your goal so interesting, so mesmerizing is the word I use, so that you will go through the challenges like there is none? Okay, you'll be like, challenges? What challenges? I only see my goal up front. And that's what we're going to also bring in. Okay. And of course, we're going to work on your goals. Come ready, prepared with many, many goals. Okay. Because one last part is going to be, there's going to be a part of our work where we will be utilizing, we will make a picture of many goals, many different goals. Okay. Work with them. Sometimes, and that's also something to learn, sometimes we will learn how to make a goal, which would be like a general goal. And then within it, we will find sub goals. And those sub goals will be just as important as goals. And they will bring us the structure that we need to reach that bigger goal. And we will have fun on the way, A. B, we will enjoy the process, right? Sometimes, especially all those people who have all those hidden thoughts that no pain, no gain. In order to reach something, you have to give something up, you have to sacrifice something. Not with Neurographica, and we know it, right? Those of you who join Neurographica, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who just started, if this is the first session, I'm inviting you to join the basics course. We just finished one, so you can either A, join it with a recording. You're going to be invited to view all the recordings. And then B, join us into the open live sessions next month, okay, in May. Come and join us. Come and discover Neurographica for yourself. It's an amazing, amazing world out there that will bring so much fun, so much joy to who you are, to what you do, to what your goals are, what your aspirations and ambitions are. And that's also another thing we're going to learn at the NeuroGoal. You know that word ambition, right? You're going to love it. You're not going to be afraid of it. You're not going to be like scared and saying ambition. I don't know. I'm busy now. We're going to make ambition your best friend. Okay. And yeah, we're going to work on all of those aspects. Come join me. Any questions, welcome to PM me. We'll work with everybody. You're welcome to join. Those of you who took the basics course with me, you have, with us, with me and Margarita within the world of Neurographica, you have an additional discount. PM me, I will give it to you. Those of you who took another course, not just the basics, you're welcome to PM me. We give discounts. Students of ours, if you're a previous student of ours, I will be happy to give you a discount because I think you're an amazing, all of you. I'm so excited that you want to learn more about Neurographic. You want to find out this wonderful word, goal, NeuroGoal, how to make your goal into a NeuroGoal. Come join me and we'll be glad to see you. If anybody have any questions, I'm trying to see what's happening. It's like, I don't see if anybody's posting questions. That's my thing. If you do have questions, do me a favor and PM me. Okay, I'll be glad to answer. And I'm looking forward to see you at one of our sessions. We have other courses coming up. Like I mentioned, after the NeuroGoal, the beginning of May, those of you who want to join for the specialist, I am going to make a live info session. Like I said, it's tomorrow or Friday. I'll let you know. Specialist will be beginning of May, May 6th. Okay, and then May 13th, 2 major sessions. Then we have, okay, there you go. Specialist will be May 3rd, May 2nd, I'm sorry, and 13. Then on May 7th, we are starting the neuro timeline, which I thought would be a great continuation of the NeuroGoal. Because once you have your goal, what do you need? You need time, right? Remember we talked about it? Remember I said couldn't complete my Zumba because there was no time? You want to make time, right? You're going to make time with Neuro Timeline. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're starting on May 7th. Those of you who, welcome to join who are interested. Any questions, PM me. And then we're going to on 7 and 14, I believe it's 7, 11, and 14. We have the Neuro Timeline, and then Neuro Mandala, one of the most popular courses, is coming up on May 21st, 25th, I believe, Sunday, and 28th. Okay, beautiful Neuromandala course. This is the second time we're doing it. By the way, if you sign up for the Neuromandala now, you will be able to watch the recordings and then come join the live classes. All our sessions, just want to give you that disclaimer. Whenever you sign up for any of our sessions, you have access to them for life. Plus, you have access to all the previous recordings, all the cohorts. Plus, you have access to all the live sessions we will do in the future, right? All of the algorithms we will do at least twice a year, at least, okay? Neuromandala is a popular course. I see this being done, not just even 2 or 3, but maybe 4 times a year because people love Neuromandala and it's an amazing, amazing course, okay? These 3 courses are certified courses by the Institute. If you decide to go become an instructor, the certification will be admitted by the Institute and you will be reimbursed for the amount of money that you paid taking this course separately. Now, talking about the instructors, I will talk about it once I talk about the specialist because I know people asking me the difference. I will specify. And of course, in May, I believe that will be trying to remember when. Okay. But the second part of May after the special is the 20th. Yes, we'll have another basics course. Okay. And I'm thinking we will either do it on the 20th or, which is the middle of the week, I believe it's Wednesday or Thursday, or we may do it Sundays, okay? I'm thinking about doing Sunday sessions for the basic because I know a lot of people wrote to me that they couldn't come on the weekday. So we're gonna do a special cohort, a Sunday cohort. If you're interested, let me know and I will sign you up. I will give you the details. It will probably be the Sunday. Like 15th or 16th, okay? The Sunday, the 3 Sundays, it will be figuring out the time, either morning Eastern Standard Time or afternoon, okay? One of those things. So if you are interested, definitely PM me and I will give you the details and I will enroll you in that cohort, okay? Any questions, PM me. It was nice to talk to you. Thank you for joining me for this info session. And I am wishing you a wonderful day ahead. I'm wishing you to have wonderful goals in your life, aspirations and ambitions, okay? And enjoy the wonderful day ahead. I do want to say goodbye to you in person. 1 second. Oh. Change my camera, voila. Okay. So it was nice to see you. Thank you for joining me for this wonderful info session. And any questions, right? And I'll see you in one of our courses. Goodbye.